if your interest is crit riding or climbing, either or, and how important is training in that other discipline? So, for example, if you like to ride crits and they're flat, is it important you spend a lot of time climbing hills, period? Or if you're a climber, do you need to do the kind of the power efforts you do in a flat type interval?
Just break it down straight away to the low-hanging fruit. So like if that question is for you, like what is your low-hanging fruit? Like what are you good at? Like do you want to raise crits? Is that
better at crits than climbing?
Better at crits. How? What do you do in crits?
Sprint pretty well.
Sprint really well.
Pretty
okay.
Well. I said pretty well.
Okay, sprint pretty well. So you've got a great sprint, but maybe a little bit longer power, so you like a longer sprint or a harder sprint, uphill sprint or something like this. Right, okay.
But suck at a really long, sustained Mount Evans type climb.
Right, so, okay, perfect. Like, low-hanging fruit, you're gonna perform well, you love that explosive, whatever power, right? Like, that's your, you know, your power, that's your, how you're gonna excel, that's what you're gonna be good at. So, you should use climbs and other things like that as just tools to train. If you wanna go ride Mount Evans, but do it in your zones. Don't expect, like, again, perspective. Don't look at Mount Evans, you're like, well, I just want to magically, like, climb, you know, hour 41 on Mount Evans. Like, it's not going to happen, right? It doesn't need to happen because you're kicking ass in your crits. Like, that is your focus. Like, that's what you're good at. So you should use your climbs as variety, for change, for fun, to work those zones that you need to. Like, maybe you want to start winning crits out of breakaways, right? So you can use the climbs to sort of work those lower zones like you would find in a breakaway. But you don't need to do climbs to train for crits. And you don't need to do crits to train for climbs, right? Like, you just look at the zones that are used, and for crits, right, it depends on how you win them or how you focus on executing in them. But, you know, if you're in the peloton a lot, like, you're gonna have a lot of explosive kind of jumpy power, things like that, right? So, you know, you're gonna train that a little bit, but that's also something you're already good at. So then you want to think bigger picture, okay, well, how can I improve, right? So my chances of using that are better. Well, I can raise all my other zones, right? So I can use climbs, I can use flatter rides or longer rides or whatever to sort of train those zones up. So I can sprint from the peloton, or I can cover some moves and get in the breakaway. Like Scott, for example, we had 4,000 different strategies for nationals. If it was going to be a breakaway, he was going to be in it. If it was going to be in the peloton, he was going to be in it. Right? So you have to have all those zones ready, and you train all those zones so you're ready for the execution in the event. So I hope I answered your question. Like, use the climbs to perform well in what you're already good at is what explosive stuff. Don't use the climbs to try to repair something that you feel that you're not good at and you think you should be good at.